YTPC, Philly Piper Mike here. Wednesday morning, overcast, 60 degrees, going up to in the 70s, 71. Today, I'm smoking my Castello full bent billiard, C-Rock KK. And in it, I'm smoking Salty Dogs, excuse me, which is the only one that I'm aware of, a vapor plug. I'm really enjoying it. It's really a nice blend. Some people have said that it's really strong, which I don't get. It just seems like a nice, full flavored vapor. Nothing over the top. A couple times I've had it. And I kind of go back and forth with plugs. Sometimes, I got into them for a while, and then a lot of times I'll just, when I go to pick a tobacco, I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with that. I don't feel like cutting it up and rubbing it out. But this definitely is worthwhile. I actually just commissioned years ago. A friend of mine, Les Young, who, if you're in the pipe smoking community, you probably know who Les is. He's everywhere. He's a member of the Christopher Morley Pipe Club. And one time I went, and he had this awesome, it was like a plug cutting setup. It was Dimitri, my buddy Dimitri from the Virtual Pipe Club, has one of these. It's like a handled blade, like a crescent moon shaped. And Les had this little setup. It was one of those with like this nice little cutting board made out of zebra wood. And I remember being like, oh, that's awesome. It's one of those things where it'll make cutting a plug easier, and it'll make you want to use the knife so you smoke more plugs. So I reached out to the guy who made that, Jason Ziner. He's a local guy, local carver here in southeastern Pennsylvania. He's going to make me one of those little zebra wood plug cutting kits. So I'm looking forward to that. Good, real good. So I don't have much to talk about today. Just wanted to do a little review of this. I do like this. It's your standard vapor, just maybe a tad bit stronger. I can't really speak to nicotine levels because I've never been affected by a pipe tobacco. From being not heavy, but a fairly heavy cigarette smoker for years. When I first started smoking a pipe, I still smoked cigarettes, as I did, and I would just smoke a pipe in between. And then a couple years ago, when I quit smoking cigarettes and I just smoked my pipes, I'd never ever felt the effects of nicotine. I've never been lightheaded or woozy or anything like that. I don't know if it's just, and I've smoked bowl after bowl, smoke a bowl for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then smoke a bowl right after. On Saturdays when we have the virtual pipe club, I pack a real big bowl. I'll smoke that bowl normally for almost the entire 2-hour meeting, and then I'll smoke a bowl right after that. That usually is like an hour or an hour and a half or so for the few hours I'm out on my porch. And I've smoked the strongest tobaccos there are, but I've never really had that. So I know some people have said that this is a real strong blend nicotine-wise, and I don't think it's anything different than anything else I smoke. And flavor-wise, it's it's right up there with your Escudos, your Deluxe Navy Rolls, any vapor of that style. It might be a little stronger just because it's a plug. And the other thing I like about it is that even though it's a plug, it's not terribly hard to cut. Some plugs you get, like Peterson's Perfect Plug, 3Ps, cutting that is like detrimental to your health. I mean, it's so hard, and it's dangerous. You either need an extremely large, sharp blade, or you're going to have a rough go at it. And then even if you have, when you go to cut it, you either try to cut it too thin because it's so hard, and you get these little shavings, almost like chocolate shavings that don't pack, or if they do pack, they get clogged real quick. Or you go the opposite end of the spectrum, and they're too thick, and then they're chunky, and they're hard to keep lit. So it can be hard to work with. This is not like that at all. This is a lot softer. It's not like a crumble cake. It's definitely a plug, but it's on the softer end of medium to, it's like medium, I would say. It's not soft like a crumble cake or those plugs that they have that are just basically a pressed crumble cake, but it's not real hard to cut like a Peterson's Perfect Plug. But yeah, I would give it a go. If you like vapors, it's definitely a home run. It's right in that, like I said, I get that Escudo taste from it, like your typical vapor. I like the flavor. The other different style vapor that I've been smoking is the Dan Tobacco Tumbling Dice, which is a cube cut that I reviewed, and that one's definitely a lot lighter in flavor than this. This has a deeper flavor, which I enjoy. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for today. So, hope you guys have a great day. Good over hump day on the downhill slide to the weekend. I'll probably hop on tomorrow and do a review. I was going to do a review of McBaren Club Blend yesterday, but I ended up getting into kind of an argument. My neighbor who lives next to me is a complete jerk. He is the epitome of jerk. Everybody in the neighborhood, he's had problems with everybody. He's one of those guys that calls cops on people and complains, and he's the Karen of of neighbors, but he's a guy, just miserable, curmudgeon. And for the last 5 years, I have a remote start on my truck. I let it run, I do the remote start, it runs for 10 minutes, I get in and I leave for work. So yesterday I come out and he expresses his displeasure with my truck running. I guess because it wakes him up. I mean, this is like 7:45 in the morning. It's not like I'm 5 o'clock in the morning or anything. We exchange words. So I was not in the right mindset to do a review yesterday. I was steaming a bit. And then I was going to do it today, but I was like, you know what? I'll do the. I really wanted to try to do the salty dogs. Smoked that this morning. So I said, I'll do that tomorrow probably. But yeah, he's one of those guys that just miserable. Then looks for stuff to complain about. Everybody on the street. He's had run-ins with everybody. He's just one of those miserable guys. And the funniest part about it was, I'm pretty sure he's retired now, but he was a mechanic, an automotive technician for, I don't know, he's in his 60s, so I'm pretty sure his whole life. And I had to explain to him why, I have to let my truck warm up. I have a supercharger on it, an aftermarket supercharger. It doesn't run right when it gets up to operating temperature. And he was just trying to tell me because I had synthetic oil in this that I don't need to let my truck warm up. And I'm like, what? Like everybody should let their car warm up. It's the best thing to do for the motor, for fuel mileage, for everything. It's to let your car get up to operating temperature before you drive it. You jumping in regardless if it's the winter or summer. If you hop in your car and just drive, that's not good for it. It's good to always let your car warm up, especially in the winter when it's freezing out and you want to, warm the car up. So that's why they have remote starts. So I've had the truck for like 4 years, I guess, 4 or 5 years, 4 years. And I had a truck before that had a remote start, and after however many years, now he complains to complain about it. I'm like, so then this morning I go out. And he's, standing there with his dog looking all shitty, wow, F you. I was like, have a nice day. Just waved and drove by. So, it, hilarious. But, he's just a big coward. So, it sucks that that I have a neighbor like that, because the rest of my neighbors are awesome. Everybody else on my street's just awesome. We all get along great. Everybody in the surrounding areas had run-ins with this guy. It's they had a picture of a jerk next to, in the dictionary, his picture would be next to it. It's like, that's just the type of dude he is. But I don't let it get me down. I don't let it, ruin my day. I enjoy the fact that he's all angry and pissed off. And I'm not, because I'm just starting my car and going to work, and he has nothing better to do because he's retired and he's been inside the house for the last year due to COVID. And he's just miserable. So, Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys don't have any miserable neighbors like that. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Be well, everybody. Take care.